Hi everyone, thanks for coming back. In our first video we learned how to prioritize family second and how important that is. And in this video I wanted to give my two favorite tactics for how to make family a priority. So I was a tax lawyer for 10 years, working too hard, always felt guilty about not having enough time for family. And that had a big impact on my quality of life. And what I came to realize was if you make time and you actually prioritize what you're working on in that moment, it can make a big difference in your well-being, so you don't always have that nagging feeling as to whether or not you're doing enough. So these are the two steps that I took to make space for family, and I think it was really valuable, and hopefully you agree. The first thing I did was I actually established how much time I was able to make for family in a given week. So I would say to myself, okay, this week I'm going to try and make 3 breakfasts, and I'm going to take back my weekend this week, or at least one day Saturday. And so I had built a block of time where I knew, okay, at those times I'm going to put everything else down and I'm going to actually focus on family. And then the other thing I did is I actually scheduled it. I actually put it in my calendar so that I could say, okay, of all the things that I'm going to work on, at this time it's family. And yeah, it probably wasn't enough time to dedicate to family. I know everyone has times in their lives where there are highs and lows to make time for everything. And at that time as a tax lawyer, I was doing a lot of work. But at least I could separate the anxiety of not being around my family and say, okay, at least I've scheduled what I'm able to give, and I know once I have those times, I'm going to use them. So scheduling time. The other thing that was an important difference for me was actually making time quality time, not just FaceTime. And I hold my wife Alex, who's holding this wonderful phone right now, I said, Alex, hold me accountable to this, because I am the worst at constantly having this thing in my hand and not paying attention to the important things in the world. And so now I say, Alex, please shake your finger at me, remind me how important it is to spend time with you and to spend time with our kids, because it is important to be quality when you have the available time. So one last little thought, like I said, sometimes there's highs and lows. Don't always think like every day has to be full of quality time. If you're a busy person like me, possibly it's combining it into weeks or maybe even quarters, but when you have it, use it. Thanks everyone, and in the third part of the series, we're going to finally look at what all great American families know about building family wealth, and that's how to focus on building good people and building good relationships.